Hello. So we are going to talk about how INFJs can get what they want by stop trying to control the outcome. So this video is going to cover signs that they're doing this, what's going on with their specific personality type, what to do about it most importantly. I'm Amelia Hirschfield. I help INFJ leaders find the freedom of being their true self and watching their ambition lead to where they want to go and help the people and create the income, the impact they're trying to make. So some signs that they are trying to control the outcomes. They are wanting to create business and impact, and they're frustrated that it's not happening yet. They might not feel like they have a lot of control over the process or the business in general of attracting or in creating sales and leads. They might be angry with people not buying. They might be frustrated that they're not anywhere close to where they want to go, and they're not probably making the steps to get there. They wonder if it's ever going to happen for them. So like they might get really down and depressed and be like, this is probably never going to happen to me. They might feel like they don't have a lot of options of what they can do with that. So they might feel like this stuff is just happening to them rather than going out and finding options and finding solutions. They might be thinking about quitting or have quit in the past and then possibly have come back. And I say that because I have done this. And so a lot of the emotions are frustration, being angry, maybe resentful, not happy with it in general. So if you're there, it's usually not something wrong with you. It doesn't mean that the business or the impact you're trying to create is never going to happen. It just means that you're probably trying to control the outcomes, and it's not getting you where you want to go. So what is going on? And let me screen share here. So this is the round table model. And the model is right here, the round table model. And this is for the INFJs, and all Myers-Briggs types have this model. But for the INFJ, and all Myers-Briggs types have an adult self, all Myers-Briggs types have an inner parent, all Myers-Briggs type have a 10-year-old inner child, and all Myers-Briggs type have a 3-year-old inner child. So that's true for all of them. For the INFJ, their intuition falls in their adult self. So this is why they're really good with understanding people. This is why they're good with picking up patterns with people, because they're doing this all day long. They're going, okay, this is what I'm good at. This is what you spend the most time with, of thinking, feeling, sensing, and intuition. So this is what is you spend the most time with. You're really good at picking up patterns, figuring out what's going on under the surface with people. The second most used type is their, that's the inner parent here. It's called the unifier. It's outward facing feeling. This part is all about like the host of the party. Are everyone's needs being met? How can I make sure everyone's comfortable? What's going on with everyone? Oh, this person seems to be having a hard time. Do I need to go check on them? How can I make sure everyone's happy and uplifted and doing well? And when they're balanced and healthy, that includes themselves. And what is going on usually when they're struggling to control the outcome is this 10-year-old inner child of theirs is the scientist. And that's the nickname. It's inward facing thinking, and inward facing thinking is all about what makes sense to me. What's going on? What is the data? What can I learn from the data? So it thinks that that it knows what's going on with the business, and it's trying to control the outcome of the business. So it can go like, this is either going to work or it's not going to work. So it can be very black and white thinking about your business. It is probably trying to help, but it's helping in a way that isn't going to get you where you want to go. It's not understanding like, hey, the other two parts of me, the more advanced or evolved parts, the unifier here, the outward facing feeling, and the witness, the outward or the inward facing intuition, those are the parts of you that should be helping grow your business in the right way. But if if your 10-year-old inner child scientist down here is making these black or white decisions of this is going to work or this is not going to work, or how can I make this work? It's focusing too much on trying to control and trying to probably desperately make the business or the outcome work. And it's just not ever going to get there, because you can't do that with business. And it's not what your specialty is anyway. So it's probably not really helpful in the long term anyway, while it's probably white knuckling and trying to really grip onto what is going on with the business. How can I have this make sense? How can I get the outcome that I want? What can you can focus on is understanding, like, hey, this part of you is doing this for a reason. If you can get it to focus on controlling other things within its business that it's geared towards anyway, and that it's good at and probably wants to be doing anyway, because it wants to help make decisions. It's just not with the overall decision and the overall direction of your business. So what it can control is the numbers of your business. What are the analytics saying? What can you do differently with the analytics? And looking at that a little bit every day. So not 4 hours at a time, maybe for 15, 30 minutes, and then putting that away and doing something else. So you're not burning this part of you out, because it can't think for a long, it can't try to make sense of things for a long time. And it probably wants a break. It wants the other parts of you to be contributing, to be helping. It just probably doesn't trust those parts of you to do this. And it probably doesn't trust you to show up. So your job is going to be getting this part of you to relax, to calm down, to understand, like, hey, I've got this. I understand that you want this outcome. I understand you want to help people. I understand you care deeply about this. But at the same time, you trying to control the outcome of the business is not helping us get us to where we want to go. Is what you're doing right now helping and actually working? And the answer is probably no. So if you can get it to, instead of gripping its hands on the wheel of the direction of your business, can you help it grip its hands to the numbers of the business and understanding what the analytics are saying? And that can help it feel a lot more comfortable. It can help it feel more confident and like it has some control over your business, just not control over your entire business or your entire outcome. And that can help that part relax. It can help that you feel a lot more balanced. And when it's done correctly, it creates massive changes in your life, because this part relaxes and then all of these different parts of you can come together. So for example, what happened to me recently when I did this is this part of me got to relax, and it's trying to control. So it's a power dynamic, really. So it's just like, I need to control something. I'm going to control this. But when I got it to put its hands on the steering wheel of my numbers, I started relaxing more with my business. I started getting different and better ideas. I started being more direct with people. And it made me feel more like me at the end of the day, because I was wanting more reciprocation towards authenticity and being accountable for what people are bringing to the table. So as this part got its hands on the data, I was able to focus on holding people accountable better. And that led to people owning their stuff more with me. And that's leading every relationship in my life to get better and better and better, just from this part of me looking at what can it control with the numbers, rather what can it control with the relationship, or what can it control with the business or your relationship with the business. It's like, you can't control the business, but you can control the numbers. Let's focus on that. So that is what is probably going on with your personality type. Stop sharing now. So like I said, you are not alone with this if this is happening to you. And at the same time, if this is happening to you right now, you probably don't see how you are contributing to this with your thoughts, with all the ways that you are thinking about this, because those 4 parts of you that I showed, they are all of you. So you might not understand and have the awareness of going like, oh, this is my 10-year-old. This is trying to control me, versus just like, do I listen to this or not? Do I trust this voice or not? Is this voice right or is it not? And what do I do with it? So it can be really confusing when you're not understanding these different parts of you and how they are relating to yourself. And what you can do when you are ready for the change, when you're ready to relax and stop trying to control the outcome and see the beautiful things of what changes when you relax and you can actually get what you want, when this 10-year-old part of you stops controlling the outcomes, is that they come to you much quicker and much sooner. So what you usually need is some help with getting this 10-year-old off the control, because it's afraid, thinks it knows what's best. And if you don't know how to calm this part of you down, it's not going to calm down. And you're just going to get more and more frustrated and things aren't going to change. And the output that you're wanting to change in the world and the meaning that you're wanting to find for yourself is not going to happen either. So that is how I help clients with real lasting change. And I work with clients, they pay me for results, not the session. So when we sign up, I'm with you until you're done with this. And then that's what you're paying me for. You're not paying me for sessions. So book a call with me. Let's get you going and let's help you help yourself with this so you can go do what you're wanting to do, creating the impact with your business, helping yourself while helping other people, and less of you sabotaging yourself, because nobody wins in that situation. So my website's ameliaharshfield.com, just my name, and there's a connect page or a connect button at the top, and I will see you on the next video. She's falling asleep, Mara.